Hey, what's up guys, Jacob here, back with another video. This video I'm going to be going over my thoughts on Menat now that I know a little more about her. So I made a impressions video before when she first came out, and I said that she was really good, you know, she was going to be a really good character. But now that I've learned a little more about her, played against other Menats and played her myself a little more, just knowing her frame traps and stuff, I realized how hard it is to play this character. She's very technical. It's a little harder for me on a controller with default settings to do some of the stuff that she does. But just, you know, practicing it and, you know, just seeing what she can do, it's not easy to, just because of how her plus frames work. So, you know, she has plus frames, like, you know, any plus frame, you know, when something is +3, it's +3. But the thing is that the way when she throws out the orb and she uses, you know, to retract the orb or the Ankh, whatever that is called, it's +3 on block, right? But depending on the range, it's very ambiguous because you can always be at a different range most of the time, unless if you know a certain setup. You know, you go into the orb, you know, you're in a certain range where, you know, any slight walk up after they block, you know, will, you know, ruin your frame trap. So you have to know exactly what to do at the range. And everything is so specific in terms of timing. Like when someone's gonna press a button or something, they're trying to challenge, you have to know, you know, the exact timing of when they're gonna press a button to counter them. So like if you know, track it, you have to press it right away basically, because a lot of times, even though that's +3, you know, I tried challenging just to see because I wasn't sure in the first place, and I always interrupt the Menats when they try to stop me from pressing buttons after, and they couldn't. I would always interrupt them because they would try to like walk up a little bit and then try to do so in the beginning they would try to go for the you know, crouching light kick, light punch into, you know, the orb again. You know, that's what Menat did, you know, at the beginning. They would do that. You know, they'll retract it and they'll throw it back. So any slight delay you make on it can cause you to get hit or interrupted if you're not so specific. See? I think you could do the medium one. But she's very good though. If you do get interrupted, if Menat is really good, then it'll be very effective. She'll be a very effective player, or the person will be very effective with Menat if they know those type of things very well. I mean, if a Menat player really wants to get into her, I don't think it's a bad idea, but it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while before like you start seeing very good, you know, outcomes from, you know, your matches and stuff like that. It's gonna take a while. It's really hard. So one thing I found with her that's really good was that her EX low projectile, since it's +3, it's very good to you can put someone in like a jail situation, and if someone presses a button, it'll be really bad for them. So this right here is +3 on block, the EX one, and if someone tries to press the button, then it's really bad for them. Like if someone presses a button, it's really bad. So, and most of the time you can get interrupted. So if you do a block string into this, depending on how much hit stun the or block stun the move that you're doing before before you go into it, depends on what, you know, it's gonna happen. So there's a small gap in this move as she goes into that. So you see how I got interrupted, right? So, you know, you're good. It would always trade though. Yeah. So if you do certain block string into it, it will trade depending on what move you do. Since the crouch fierce has more block stun, when you go into the move, the person will get hit. They attempt to press a button, so it's really good. So you have to know those things, which is very tough as a Menat player. You're trying to use Menat. See, it ranges, you know, like when you track the ball, you gotta know what to use. If someone tries to press a button, it's very just like, it's heavy. Like once you get inside, her zoning game not that hard. I'll say that. Like this, it's not hard to do. You know, her zoning game is pretty simple. It recovers really fast. I'll go over more about how to deal with it in the matchup video with Birdie and Menat. But right now, I'm gonna show you, like, you know, it recovers really fast. I'm just gonna tell you it recovers fast. There's ways around it, but it's a very good move though. You know, she has the best spacing in the game. The best range normals with her orb. Without it, she doesn't, but with the orb, she has some ridiculous range. Especially with her jumping. Look at that, that's crazy. That's like almost full screen. Yes, that's that's really ridiculous, but and she can't really get too much if it connects, maybe, you know, into super or something, because the orb has to recover. That's the thing about her orb. You have to know like her timing, because once you do a move, the orb has to recover, and you hear the noise. You know, when the orb, you're doing that, you have the normal attack. You have to wait for the orb to recover to do certain combos. So it's, you know, it's pretty ambiguous. But it's not bad because she has a lot of plus range when she doesn't have the orb. So you can just go for like pressure. You know, you jump in, medium punch. Because if you don't have the orb, the medium punch is +2 on block. Without it, medium punch is freaking -6 or something. It's really punchable. -8 or -6, one of those. You can medium punch headbutt. Yeah, it's -8. Yeah, medium punch is -8 on block. But it has really good range. Look at that. That's really good. It maybe can anti-air. You know, it's made good, like, you know, someone tries to jump for a far distance, like Abigail's do that a lot. You know, you just, but nah. Her jab is really good anti-air too. Her jab anti-air, that's like the option a lot of Menats do when they do this. They're like that and the jab anti-air. She recovers really fast after that. And I'll go over that a little more, but yeah. Alright, but I'm gonna go back to her jailing, her being able to jail you. So if someone doesn't know exactly how to deal with it and just keeps blocking, she kind of puts you in like an endless loop if you're not aware. So with this, you can just keep like pressuring you. You just gotta be your time just has to be, you know, good. So she can just keep pressuring you if she really wants to, if you're not aware. Yeah, so she could just keep jailing you if you're not aware of what's going on. So this move is pretty good for jailing you, but that's about it. Yeah. She has cool confirms. It's a little hard to do though on controller. Yeah. So she's pretty good. Her dive kicks are, or her Dalsum drills basically. They're pretty good, but on block they don't have as much plus range as Dalsum does, so it's kind of bad. On hit she has good plus range, but you know, of course on hit it's gonna have good plus range, but it's a little like slower too. But the most she gets is like +2 out of that. On block I think it's like +2, but if she really messes up, man, and she's really negative. Not ridiculously negative, but it's negative. Yeah, you can't press a button. So you literally have to place your drills really well. It's not like you just throw them out and they become, you know, plus somehow. You know, it's not like a Cammy drill. I mean, not Cammy drill. Cammy hooligan into this, what is it? The cannon spike or whatever. Yeah, but I don't want to go, you know, ranting on that right now. So yeah. All right. So you have to be very precise and very good with Menat, and it's not easy. It's really hard to use her. So you know, if you're gonna get into Menat, that is really hard. You know, I give you like credit if you're like, you know, doing really good with Menat. I give you that because it's not easy. I tried her, and I don't know. You must have like some crazy button output on your controller or stick, so it's not easy. So I just wanted to go over it like that. Now that I know a little more about her, I just wanted to give my thoughts on Menat now. So hope you guys appreciate the video, and that is it. I'm going to make the Brave vs Menat video soon, so stay tuned. That I'm out. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.